Hi, Internet. So if you can't tell from what I have in front of me, this is going to be an original Xbox overview. This is actually going to be a what I kept video. I didn't have a big Xbox collection to begin with, but I did get rid of some stuff. It's really dusty, I'm just noticing. And I wanted to show what I have. Mainly it's the console that I love the most. I didn't grow up an Xbox guy. I grew up with the PS2. So I didn't really get to experience the Xbox in its heyday. That's why even though I have some 360s, I don't have any 360 games. I don't have an Xbox One. I do have the Series X, but that's just because that came up as an opportunity for me to get, and I kind of view modern consoles as kind of the same. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. You have the Switch, and then you have the PS2, the PS5 / Series X. Those two are kind of the same, and then the Switch is Nintendo, so it's going to be on its own. But back in the day, Xbox and PS2 were different, obviously. But I don't really know what's good and bad when it comes to Xbox games. I just kind of have what I think is good, or what I would enjoy playing. So let's talk about the console first. Move my little fox friend out of the way. This is the Halo Edition Xbox, original Xbox. I picked it up, I want to say November of last year. It was sometime around Thanksgiving I picked it up. And it does have a crack in it, so I got a little bit of a discount on it. Right up here, I don't know if you could see on the camera. I'm going to pull this up so you can see. It's right here. It does have a crack, but honestly, I don't even notice it 90% of the time. So, it's not that big of a deal. It does have the matching controller, which I'm just realizing I didn't grab. And I love it. I think it is such a cool looking console. Any color variants of consoles are typically great. You know, there's so many just black consoles, even though, and, you know, plain colored consoles. Anything that kind of brightens the mood and adds color and flair. That's why I love the N64 so much, because it has so many different color options. But that's just my opinion on it. As for games, I don't have a lot. And I know there will be people saying, "Oh, why don't you have this? Why don't you have that?" I don't know Xbox. I know PS2. I don't know Xbox. So let's just go through the games. Starting with these Star Wars games, we have Star Wars Battlefront and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I was never a Star Wars guy, but I understand the significance of these games. I know that people love them, and I know that they're highly revered, which is why I got them for my collection. Not that they're super expensive, and not that they're incredibly rare. I mean, each game was only $10. But I do understand that a lot of people have nostalgia for these games. So, it's worth having, and maybe I'll get around to them one day. I'm going to save this guy for last. Because it's probably my favorite Xbox game. Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath. I'll be honest, I picked this up because it looked like fun, and I haven't played it yet. Fable, The Lost Chapters. I played the first Fable many years ago. And I mean many years ago. I don't even think it was in the 2010s when I played it. When did this release? I'm just checking the back here to see if it gives a date. Oh, IGN Editor's Choice 2004. Yeah, this would have been an extremely long time ago that I played Fable. I remember liking it. I just don't remember much about it. But it's another one of those games where I understand that a lot of people have nostalgia for it, and a lot of people like it, so it's worth having in, my collection. Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. I haven't played a ton of the Metal Gear series, but I know their value. I think you're going to see a theme here where it's I haven't played a lot of these games, but I have them for the perceived value of them. Except for the next game, Hit and Run. Boy, this and God, what was the other Simpsons driving game? It was like a Crazy Taxi version. Is it Hit and Run? It can't be. No, Hit and Runs were free roaming. I remember I had a friend who lived 2 doors down from me growing up, and he, what was he? He was Middle Eastern, and he was going back to the Middle East for the summer, and we were like 9 at the time, and he said, "While I'm gone, do you want any of these games?" Because he had a PS2 and all these games and stuff like that, and I said, "Sure, I'll take the Simpsons games, Hit and Run, and whatever the driving one is." And I played the crap out of these games the entire summer. Lots of fun. Silent Hill 2, Restless Dreams. Again, haven't played much of these, except for the first Silent Hill, but I understand the value of them. Psychonauts. I recently got the second Psychonauts for, actually, I shouldn't say I got it. It came with Xbox Game Pass for the Series X, so I was playing it, and if it's anything like the first game, I'm going to love this game. I need to go back and play it, but I picked this one up again for its, perceived value. Now, this game is actually in the system right now. Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure. I'll just get the Tony Hawk games out of the way. Move you. Move you. Move you. Move you. Let me move these guys. So, we have Tony Hawk's Underground. Fantastic game. Which I actually got this because my PS2 copy wasn't working. And I just couldn't find a PS2 copy at the time, so I got an Xbox version. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X. I love this version compared to Pro Skater 2. Simply because the graphics are better, the controls handle a little better. Not that there's anything wrong with Pro Skater 2. It's just, it's kind of dated. So, not much you can really do there. But 2X is a great way to experience Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, if you have the chance to do it. And finally, Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure. I played the crap out of this game, along with all the Tony Hawk games growing up. This is basically a clone of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. And it looks great on the Xbox. The PS2, it looks good. The Dreamcast. The GameCube looks because it's GameCube. It's not really made for, Tony Hawk style games. But these games are some of my favorites. Let's see, what do we have next? We have the 2 Serious Sam games. These are a lot of fun. I picked it up just because I kind of liked the cartoony art style of them. And they are so much fun. They're just good time-waster games. You just shoot stuff. Not much you can really say about that. It's kind of like Borderlands before Borderlands, if that makes any sense. And by that I mean, Borderlands is a lot of just picking up guns and shooting, which I know that's a lot of first-person shooters and stuff like that. But Borderlands kind of refined it, and I think Serious Sam kind of is a precursor to it, though not officially, if that makes any sense. In the terms of just, hey, here's gun, go shoot everything. I don't know if that made any sense, but I don't consider these games, in the same vein, but I see similarities between them. Save you for later. Halo and Halo 2. Didn't grow up playing these. However, I have been playing Halo Infinite, and it's a lot of fun. I never played Halo growing up simply because I didn't have an Xbox, so not much I can really do there. But I understand that these games rank among the highest rated and are some of the most loved. So I picked them up just to have them. And I only paid $2.99 each for them, so that's pretty cool. What's this one? 50-cent Bulletproof. Again, just a cheapo game. But the other 50-cent game, I can't remember if I have it. Do I have it? No, just looking back there. I thought I had it on PS2. The other 50-cent Bulletproof game has gone up in value. So I'm keeping this one in hope that it goes up too. Finally, we have Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. Now, there's a very specific reason I wanted this game. And it's because I watched a YouTuber play it like a decade ago. If anyone knows who John Wolfe is, he used to go by Harshly Critical. He now goes by John Wolfe. I'll link his channel in the description. He's getting close to 1 million subs, which I think is cool because I've been following him since he had like 200,000. So it's really cool to see him grow after all these years. Anyways, he did a playthrough of this game. And I remember watching it on my little iPhone 4 back in the day and loving it. It was my first foray into YouTuber Let's Plays. And the art style, the horror of the game, his commentary, the perceived, sneaking around nature of the game where you have to sneak through the city and you're being hunted at all times. The monsters at the end. It just seemed like a fantastic game. And I never played it up until I got this copy. And it holds up. It really does. I think the graphics are very impressive. I think the gameplay is immersive. And I think overall it's a great, great time. It can be a little unforgiving, though, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure how to really describe it. It's tough. It's not like Dark Souls tough, but it's a product of its time. It's not as refined as games are nowadays. You can get stuck on some parts, and the puzzles can be a bit confusing. But it's still a great game. So, if you're going to play any of the games I showed today, other than the Halo games, pick up Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. And just another great game. So, this is all I have for my Xbox collection. And I would do a 360 video, but I don't have any 360 games, except Silent Hill Homecoming. I kept that. I have no attachment whatsoever to the 360, because I was a PS3 guy. So, not much you can really do there. I get that a lot of people like the 360. A lot of people have tons of memories of playing Modern Warfare 2 on it. I have memories of playing Modern Warfare 2, just they happen to be on my PS3. What can you do? But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Support the channel if you want to via the link in the description. And thank you very much.